We've all seen The Omen, horror classic, that still sends shivers down our spines. But behind the terrifying story of little Damien lies a question that's haunted humanity for centuries. Are omens real? In The Omen, American diplomat Robert Thorne adopts a seemingly innocent boy named Damien after his wife gives birth to a stillborn child. But as strange and deadly events start to unfold, like Damien's nanny hanging herself and Father Brennan's cryptic warnings, it becomes clear that something far more sinister is at play. As the bodies pile up, Robert begins to suspect that his adopted son may not be just an ordinary child, but the Antichrist himself. But what exactly is an omen? Traditionally, an omen is believed to be a sign, a warning from the universe or the gods, that something significant, usually catastrophic, is about to happen. From ancient Rome to modern-day superstitions, omens have been seen in everything. The behavior of animals, strange dreams, or even the patterns of the stars. The Romans, for example, would consult augurs, interpreters of omens, before making decisions. They believed the gods spoke through signs in nature, like the flight paths of birds or even the appearance of comets. Even today, we haven't entirely let go of these beliefs. Ever feel uneasy when a black cat crosses your path? Or maybe you avoid walking under ladders because you just know something bad will happen. That's the power of omens. Our minds are wired to seek out patterns, especially when it involves something uncertain or frightening. Crows are a staple in movies and TV shows that deal with death or war, and for good reason. Historically, their ominous cawing has been viewed as a symbol of misfortune or death. A single crow is considered a bad omen, while a group of 5 or more, known as a murder of crows, is believed to signify impending death or illness, either for you or someone you know. In ancient times, different birds were seen as messengers of various omens, and crows were particularly linked to death. They were thought to be intermediaries between the living and the afterlife, with witches even believed to use them for casting death spells. Their reputation as clever, cunning creatures has only grown over time, much like the jackal mother of Damien in The Omen. Owls, birds, and death seem to go hand in hand, and owls are no exception. Hearing an owl hoot while walking under a tree? That's a bad sign. You or a family member may be facing death. If one lands on your roof, it's another warning that doom is on its way. Owls have been linked to death for centuries. Roman Emperor Antonius supposedly died after an owl perched above his bedroom door. While owls are often considered wise in ancient cultures, their wisdom is tied to knowing things we don't, such as death's approach. On a brighter note, the Welsh believed an owl's hoot, heard by a pregnant woman, signaled an easy labor. Doppelgangers. In German and Irish folklore, seeing a double of yourself, someone who looks exactly like you but was born to different parents, is considered a sign of your impending death. If friends or family members spot your doppelganger, it's a warning of danger. These so-called double-goers are regarded as evil twins in folklore. If you encounter your own, it's said they'll try to deceive you and lead you down a dark path. In Breton and Cornish tales, doppelgangers are linked to Anku, servants of death who embody it. Death knocks. Thrice. Picture this. You've just ordered food and there's a knock at the door. But when you open it, no one's there. Instead of dinner, you might have just answered a knock of death. In Irish, Scottish, and Native American cultures, hearing 3 knocks without anyone at the door is considered an omen of death. It's even referenced in films like The Conjuring, where the Perron family experiences the eerie knocking. According to the Warrens, it's often a sign of a demonic spirit mocking the Holy Trinity. Solar eclipses. We now know that solar eclipses are natural astronomical events, but ancient cultures saw them as terrifying omens. The sudden darkness and chill during the day were believed to be warnings from angry gods, signaling danger or death. Many cultures thought that a monstrous creature or animal was devouring the sun, and they would bang pots and pans during an eclipse to scare the beast away. Even today, solar eclipses retain their mystique, often seen as signs that something bad is on the horizon. Lastly, we have the black butterfly, an omen that could easily fit into your aesthetic. In some cultures, black butterflies are seen as symbols of misfortune and death, while others view them more positively. They can also represent the death of a relationship, project, or phase of life, making them an emblem of transformation and renewal. After a year like this one, who couldn't use a little bit of rebirth? So the big question remains, are omens real? According to psychologists, most omens are just coincidences. Our brains are pattern-seeking machines, so when something strange happens before a major event, we tend to connect the dots, even if the two events are unrelated. Still, many cultures continue to believe that omens offer warnings from something beyond our understanding. In a world filled with uncertainty, the idea that the universe is sending us messages can be strangely comforting and terrifying. So, do we chalk it up to mere superstition? Or is there something more to it? After all, sometimes life can feel stranger and more terrifying than fiction. What do you think? Are omens just coincidence? Or is the universe trying to warn us? If you're ready to explore more terrifying truths and uncover the strange mysteries of the world, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for future videos. And remember, sometimes the signs are all around you,